Hello and welcome, all my beautiful, vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Taurus suns, have big Taurus placements, or are cross watchers for Taurus. You guys, there you go. One hair. It's driving me nuts. Welcome to your month ahead messages looking at the month of October 2024. If you are looking for love messages, I have a tier on my Patreon that looks at just that. That is going to be linked down below. Gives you access to all of the month ahead zodiac love messages. You can watch your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever tickles your fancy. You know, you do you. And so the way that this will work is that I'm going to pull an oracle card to look at your overarching themes for the month ahead, clarifying tarot for further details and messages. At the end, I will pull 3 cards from the Coffee Cup Oracle to look at major events happening or in your love life for the month of October. And those will be what we explore in greater detail and depth in your love messages on Patreon. So if what comes out seems like it might resonate, that might be a good indicator there are messages waiting there for you. Last thing is that if you are looking to book a personal with me, the link to do so, which is like the link to my website, is down below. Okay, let's get into it because I'm nosy and I gotta see what your month ahead holds. I hope that you guys had a wonderful September. I hope it was bountiful for you and leaves you feeling good about where you are in your life and your place in the universe. I want to take this one, but I do want to look at this one real quick. We have the Mummy with change. Oh my goodness. And we have joy in reverse at the bottom. So there is a change that you are being urged to make. And part of my intention with this month is that because we are coming up at the point in the year when the veil is at its thinnest, whatever comes out here is something where you're getting a lot of guidance, very like shrewd, intuitive guidance about some aspect of your life. So for you guys, it's where a change needs to be made in order to be happier with your life, in order to find more joy, in order to welcome in more abundance. Some of you, it's like, I should be feeling happier right now, but I'm not. That's kind of the vibe a little bit. And so these kind of difficult feelings are meant to kind of start to help point you in the direction of what would actually make you happier. So let's take a look. Yeah, you have the Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. Okay, so something has ended here. And some of you guys have kind of, you've mourned that loss. You've given it some time. And it's time to make a change, right? Because it feels like something that it's just not really bringing you the happiness that you seek is very clearly not going anywhere. And now it's time to create something new, bigger, and better from the ashes of what you were doing or investing in. I'm really drawn into the nose on the skull here. So I don't know if this has to do with something. I don't know why I'm getting this energy of like sniffing something out, like you're looking for something. Some of you, it's like you're going to hit the scent of something that you really like. This could be literal, but I'm thinking more figurative. So let's get some more details about what this is. Like you're going to be on the trail looking for this thing. Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands at the bottom, and in this deck, it's the split. So you may have split from somebody. I know that in general, the Taurus messages coming out over the last couple months have been pretty positive, especially when it comes to something like love. Like they've been positive messages thus far. So this could be something else where you're splitting from something that you used to love, something you used to do. It feels like there's a little bit of a community aspect here. So this could be where you're leaving behind a hobby, possibly something creative. Or a project where you really loved it, but it's just not doing it for you anymore. For some, this is like a family issue. You're having to take some distance and space from family. Some of you just relocated, and that's where it's like time to relocate, and that's kind of just like the natural transition process. Hang on, I'm just taking a sip of tea. So good. Okay. So let's see what you get. Yeah, you have Strength in reverse. Some of you guys, you're dealing with a Leo. That fixed sign vibe. You have the 4 of Cups in reverse. Okay. And you have the 9 of Pentacles. You know what's going to happen this month? And it's going to be a little weird, but it's going to be good, I promise. Is you're getting the strength to admit how you feel about something. And I feel these are challenging feelings, right? Maybe you've kind of just dealt with it because you didn't feel like you had a way out, or it just kind of felt like, again, it's that period of like, I know it's over, but I'm not ready to take action yet. I'm not ready to move to the next thing yet, and that's valid. That's totally okay. It feels like this is going to be a month where you are prompted to start to like move forward. And part of that moving forward for you guys is actually like letting your guard down, letting yourself feel, again, not so pleasant emotions with the 4 of Cups. You're letting your emotions flow, right? Because the 4 of Cups is where we're kind of like, there's a lot going on emotionally, and we're kind of like not taking on anymore. I feel like that's the energy you've been in. So when it comes out reversed, this to me is like emotionally, it's like a get your ass in gear card. Like, you're kind of starting to move again, right? There's something starting to happen again, starting to flow again. And it feels like for you guys, it's like something less than pleasant or positive has kind of got to be like kicked up in order to release it, but also be the motivating factor to find your joy and your happiness again, to create more stability in your life. Especially with this 9 of Pentacles as well. This is coming from a foundation of self-respect. So let's say you have a challenging relationship with, I don't know, a family member. You may have had an all-out, like, blowout fight, or like a real, like, things may have come to a head maybe a couple months ago, and you've been kind of sitting with that and mourning the fact that things have to change between you guys because it's just not an acceptable dynamic anymore. It's not healthy for you. It feels like now is the time where you're waking up again, right? You're getting mad, or you're kind of getting motivated to make those changes. You're, sort of like accepting within yourself, and purging any necessary emotions around this acceptance, that the things need to be different. I'm really drawn to the salmon here. Like, you're not swimming upstream for this situation anymore. You're not trying and trying and trying to make this work anymore. And it comes from this foundation of self-respect with the 9 of Pentacles. For some, this is a job where you're like, you know what? I deserve more than this. Nope. For some, you were scheduled to get a raise. It was like a modest raise that was very much due to you, and it's been put off several times. And there was like it feels like, kind of like a bait and switch sort of a thing, or there was yet another delay, and it's like, you know what, I'm actually all done with this. Excuse me. So clarifying strength, we have the Hermit, Virgo energy showing up. Clarifying the 4 of Cups reversed, we have the Magician reversed. Gemini and Virgo, very strong Virgo here. And clarifying the 9 of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant reverse. That was like commitment reverse. Yeah, but no. So there you are. There's my Taurus. Okay. Interesting. We have 3 major arcanas to be the clarifiers. So Page of Pentacles reversed at the bottom. There's more Earth energy. And, in this version of the Page of Pentacles, see how we got the little tendies basket here. We have all the different sauces. This for me is like you have a lot of different options. It feels like whatever path you were on, you picked it, even though you had other options. And it's kind of like, I could have done this differently, or I could have chosen a different route, but this is the one I chose. And so that's kind of like a feeling that you're dealing with this month. Like, we'll get into it in a moment, but so we have strength in reverse clarified by the Hermit. This is what I mean. You guys are not fighting for something anymore. It's interesting because this is usually the energy of being, by yourself. But in this deck, the Hermit is the duo. It's PB and J. So this could involve you and somebody else that you were very close with, possibly a friend. The letters J, P, or B might be important. And this is where you're really contemplating this month and kind of like thinking about why it didn't work, right? Again, you may have been kind of accepting it, or sort of just like, there may have been like a difficult moment that happened not too long ago, and you've kind of just been like coping with it. But this is a month where you're really meditating and contemplating about this, right? This feels like you're getting mad about it, or you're kind of like defending your own choices. It's kind of that energy of like, yeah, and I had all these options, but I chose this path instead. And then, like, they acted like this about it, or then, they're like, I could prioritize this, and then I was treated like an option. It feels like you're getting mad enough to kind of figure out what you want and what you deserve, again, to help like be the catalyst to move you closer to what it is that you would like to be creating. And again, we then have the 4 of Cups in reverse clarified by the Magician in reverse. This is going to be a month where you're releasing some of those emotions. You're finally kind of getting mad. You're finally kind of letting go of the difficult feelings here about the fact that this did not work out with the Magician in reverse. It feels like what you were trying to do not only didn't come to pass, but it wasn't very appreciated, maybe not even respected. And it's kind of like this, it feels like you're purging a lot of feelings about this. Like, I don't know why I spent so much time trying to make this work, and this person couldn't even, respect my time, like give me open communication. You may have been asking bare minimum stuff and they couldn't even do that. Sometimes the Page of Pentacles reversed for me can indicate that. Like, I'm asking you for the smallest gesture of value and respect, and you can't even do that. Like, I'm asking for the smallest raise possible and you can't even do that. Or I gave you this much time to make this happen. Like, you're trying to meet someone in the middle and they're kind of taking advantage of it. So it feels like this is a month where you're really contemplating and like purging a lot of difficult emotions. And it feels like, again, it comes from a place of self-respect, right? The foundation of this energy is self-respect. And so the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the Hierophant in reverse feels like you're kind of really sitting with this month excuse me, the decision to withdraw your support and your commitment to something. Because I know my Taurus is out there, y'all can commit. I'm not, questioning that at all. But it's what deserves your commitment. And so it feels like that's actually something that is really helping you to create, with Create Through the Ashes, create what it is that you do want by helping you get clear on what you bring to the table, so to speak, and like what is honoring to that and what's not. I do want to clarify this Nine of Pentacles, clarified by the Hierophant. I don't know why I'm not remembering that. We have Justice in reverse. Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like it feels like the situation was unfair. I don't feel like you guys are sitting in like, kind of sitting in a self-pitying or wallowing energy. It feels like you guys are just kind of like, okay, this felt unfair to me, so what do I need to do different? This is kind of where you're plotting a little bit, you're strategizing, because with Justice in reverse, there's something that was due to you, something that was owed to you, and it didn't come in, right? And it's kind of like, this could be a contract that didn't get renewed, but it was supposed to have been. This could be even a contract where you have the opportunity to renew it and you're deciding not to. There's just a sense where this is helping you get, because the Ace of Pentacles is reversed. For a lot of you, this is a job, this is a living situation, a financial arrangement. Some of you guys are deciding to strike out on your own. For a small number of you, just because the Nine of Pentacles is single and independent, the Hierophant is commitment, marriage. For some of you, you are deciding to relinquish a marriage. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Or say no to a proposal, especially with, my hands is so itchy. Especially with Justice in reverse. You're like, you know what? That's actually like, this is super specific, but for someone, you may have gotten kind of like, for lack of a better term, like a shut up ring. And you're actually like, oh, you know what? That's actually not what I want at all. I don't want it to feel like this. Or you could have had an argument with somebody where they're like, fine, I'll propose, or fine, I'll do this. And it's like, oh, I don't want it to feel like that. I don't want that to be our story. And so you're just letting it go. You're like, all right, I guess this is a sign that this is probably not going to work out. Yeah, there's that Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Cups in reverse. It feels like you guys are just like releasing this situation because, again, you were asking the bare minimum. And whoever else is involved, whether it's a boss, whether it is a family member, some of you, this is a co-parent, you're asking the bare minimum and they can't even do that, let alone, make a wish come true, let alone be, contributing to your happiness and satisfaction. And again, I do also feel like with the Nine of Cups reverse, the Page of Pentacles reverse in this particular deck, you had other options and you prioritized the situation and it just didn't pan out. So a lot of you guys are kind of like, okay, you're taking charge and like, how do I make this into something that works for me? Some of you guys, you're deciding to leave this situation behind. So with Creating Through the Ashes, you're already working on this next chapter of your life, right? If it's a job that didn't give you, doesn't give you the respect that you need, doesn't, prioritize your work and like valuing your position, it's like, okay, I'm going to start looking for a new job. If it's a relationship, it's like, all right, you know what? I'm deciding I don't want to be with this person. And so I'm going to, start working on getting my own apartment and like getting my ducks in a row here. It feels like you're just tired of being unhappy with some and unsatisfied with some aspect of your life. So you guys are taking charge this month. I forgot it was the Ace of Pentacles reverse. And it feels like, again, over something that did not materialize, was not offered, or was not stable. So that's what I'm seeing for your month ahead. But I want to pull your 3 event cards to look at what your love energies are. And again, we will go through those in explicit detail. Excuse me, in the Patreon messages. I want to pull all 3 and then we'll do the reveal. At the bottom, we have the Lion with strength and success. So again, some of you could have Leo placements. You're dealing with a Leo. We have the Wheel with endings and beginnings. Okay. We have the Birds with news and messages. And we have the Scarab with nourishment and transformation. Okay, so we will look into these in depth on Patreon. If you are interested, you can go check those out. I want to thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy October, and I will hopefully see you soon. Take care. Bye.